And we're now loading into game number 3 between pro player Mong, playing on fastest map, against 1minute-science. And in the last 2 games, 1minute-science was the Protoss player. Mong won the first game in TVP within 5 minutes because 1minute-science was playing on a knife's edge with his choke and his units, lost his choke, died pretty quickly. But in the second game, he made a really good comeback by eventually killing Mong in a 25-minute game with very well coordinated storm drops flying in from both sides, pulling all of Mong's units that he had as drop defense away from his main, making him focus on 2 places at the same time. When you're forced to focus on 2 spots at the same time, you're gonna make mistakes. Mong made mistakes. 1minute-science played it very, very well. Ended up storming all of Mong's SCVs. Mong died, and now Mong is back. He's back to take his revenge on 1minute-science and win this best of 3 between these 2 players. Mong starting off with the mid build. He doesn't scout, which I have never ever seen before. I've never seen a Protoss player that's doing a mid build not scouting at all. So 2 gateways in the middle. That's very standard, aside from not scouting, which is very, very not standard. So 2 gateways, going to throw down a 3rd gateway or a pylon. 3 gateways, in fact. No pylon, just 3 gateways. He's going to scout the right spot, because it's very standard to scout the middle spots first. And it just so happens that 1minute-science is on his exact spot. So actually not scouting works out very, very well for Mong, even though it's something you shouldn't do. It works out for him because now he's an extra probe mining his minerals, and he can walk around of 1minute-science's base, do a little bit of harassment with his probe. So he did here 10 damage on that SUV. Probe doing real work there, out there. The first 2 zealots almost finished. The first one delayed a little bit. The probe pulls back. Probe goes back in, takes damage from the marine. Another marine is going to damage the probe too. He's going to pull those marines away from the zealot. That's going to walk in and try to harass the SCVs that he's aiming for, going straight for it. No, he's going to take this SCV to make it a bunker. He doesn't get the SCV down before the bunker finishes. So the bunker is finished. Marine is in there. It's going to go straight for the SCVs. Gets a single hit off. He's getting clipped by an SCV. Making it harder for him to move. Another marine zealot comes in. He's trying to flank the marines. 1minute-science pulls back. Micros pretty well. He's going to have to take down his zealot right there. But this zealot is hammering away. A single SCV went down. Marines now surrounded by the zealots. More zealots coming in from the front. First zealot goes down. 2 marines went down. And the zealots... He didn't attack with that one. He could have taken down and got a really good surround on marines, but a little mistake. Even pro players make small mistakes sometimes because they're focusing on so many things at the same time. Pylons being thrown down in 1minute-science's base. 1minute-science forced to pull his and marines back to the bunker. Now Mong gets free fire on the SCVs again. 3 SCVs pulled off to kill the cannons on the side, but there's so many cannons being constructed on the side. It's going to be very hard for 1minute-science to defend against. More zealots on the way. 1minute-science now takes down 1 probe, takes in all of the cannons. Mong cancels 1 cannon. He's not going to cancel this pylon. The pylon's going to stay alive. Decides not to attack with the 3 zealots that just finished. 1minute-science survives that wave. He did lose about 4 SCVs to that fight, maybe 5. Not too sure. Lost a couple of marines, but he does end up surviving it, which is always the very best situation. Surviving, not dying. Not dying is bad. Dying is bad. Not dying, that's good. Alright, so zealots come in, trying to get us around on the marines. Marines walk into the bunkers. Mong decides to pull away to the northern side. 1minute-science has to chase him around. He's going to have to cut him off from having access to the SCVs. He's just going to pull all of these marines out into the open. Stays there, distracts with 2 marines. 1minute-science makes a bunker there to box the zealots in and deny them from having access to the SCVs. Really nice move from 1minute-science. 1minute-science threw down the command center there. Mong now choking up, having failed his mid build. Chokes up. 2 gases out. 1minute-science going into the middle. It's going to kill Mong's gateways. He's going to go for the pylon first because that has the lowest HP and renders these gateways unpowered and makes them useless. So 1minute-science now has control over the game. Mong is pushed into a figurative corner. I really hate pronouncing that word, so I'm not going to pronounce it again. 1minute-science now scouting with a Marine, the top spot. Marine dies. Marine scouting every single direction, but he can now pull them back because he knows where Mong is. Mong already on constructing his robotic facilities. There's 2 gateways. Citadel of Adun is finished. Is he going to go for the Templars Archive or is he going to go for the robotic support bay? There's the Templars Archive, alright. The pylon. 1minute-science has a factory on the way, an engineering bay on the way, so he is expecting Dark Templars or drops. And then making an engineering bay is just a very diverse thing because turrets are very diverse. Taking down the pylons in 1minute-science's base now. Another engineering bay being constructed there on the side, planning on hovering it over the hill. And there's the starport. Robotic facilities have finished. There's a robotic support bay. The second nexus has finished too. Mong behind him, Psy. On 1minute-science, 1minute-science has capped off at 50. First CC has finished. Engine base being lifted up, being hovered over the hill, getting an extra vision. And the first 2 shuttles are on the way. No storm upgrade. There's 2 Dark Templars. He's going to fly Dark Templars into 1minute-science's base, I assume. Storm is on the way. And gravitic boosters also on the way. Stim upgrade being researched for 1minute-science so we can stim down those shuttles and Reavers and Templars and Dark Templars that are going to be flooding into his base very, very soon. Starport is finished. Siege tank upgrade on the way. 2 barracks being added on to the barracks that he already has. 5 barrack pump is what he's going for. Dark Templars dropped inside his base and there are no turrets in the base yet, just here at the front. There is a scan though, but it's only on 50 energy. He's going to have to make turrets or his main CC very, very quickly. He's going to put a stop to the siege tank upgrade. That's very, very, very advantageous for Mong. And his Marine's going to go down too. There is the scan. He takes down... He doesn't take down either of the 2 Dark Templars. Dark Templars going to walk into the corner in the top side. Now they're going to go down and they're going to attack the starport now. And 1minute-science does not have energy. He's going to have to lift up that starport very soon. Maybe he gets energy before the starport goes down because it's only 40 damage each hit. He walks in. He's going to try to hit some of the SCVs. 1 SCV goes down. There comes another shuttle. This shuttle is going to drop Reavers. There's the first Reaver. Reaver gets a shut off. He doesn't have to micro it even because all the Marines go down to the Scarab. The Reaver flies in deeper and the Reaver gets a good shut off. The Scarab bugs. The Scarab bugs is so unfortunate for Mong, but it does take down some of these Marines there. This Reaver here in the top side still firing away on whatever units 1minute-science has. 1minute-science forced to take his SCVs out of his minerals. His minerals are down to 250. He does take down both Reavers eventually and the both Dark Templars too. But he has been slowed down tremendously, and Mong recovers from his very poor mid-build by slowing 1minute-science down, slowing down his siege upgrades, slowing down his mining, slowing down his economy, killing most of his Marines, killing his tanks. Well, he didn't kill the tanks. His tanks got lifted up into a dropship. Going to go for the tank drop on the minerals of Mong. Is he going to go in and fly it in all the way? He's going to drop it here on the hill. More gateways being added on for Mong. Mong loading up units into the shuttles. 2 more shuttles have finished. He's going to pick them all up. Go for the 3rd drop. That's 2 Reavers. Or the Dark Templars. 2 Dark Templars, 2 Templars, 2 Reavers. And is he going to go for... There comes the tank drop. Both tanks unloading. Mong has to pull his probes off of his minerals. And he doesn't get a single shut off. All of Mong's probes are completely safe. Shuttle here flying in. Going to fly in from the south side of 1minute-science's base. Engineering bay adding a little bit of extra vision, but he's not going to fly in over the engineering base. He's going to fly in over the wide open area. Gets his units in very close to the SCVs. Gets the first storm off, second storm off. And 1 minute science loses about 8 SCVs to the storms. He's going to lose all of his marines to these 2 reavers. He cannot challenge these reavers. The reavers are going to take all of the marines that 1 minute science had at his base. He splits up his marines, but they're splitting up will not do anything at all. There comes a tank rolling in. And will this be enough? Will the tank dies before the reaver dies? And just the last shot, the reaver has 17 HP left. The reaver still wreaking havoc, and the reaver dies. But it also takes down the very last marine that 1 minute science had. 1 minute science now on 6 SCVs. He kills all of his own SCVs with splash damage. He's down on 28 SCVs, 52 minerals, and there comes another storm. He could have stormed on the SCVs, but decided to storm on the marines. But there comes in another drop. This time there's 2 Templars, 2 Zealots, and this will definitely be enough to be the game ender, I feel. He takes down both marines, takes down another marine. And the entire drop is still alive. There's only 38 minerals for 1 minute science. 1 minute science only has a tank. He has units inside of his choke, but he's not unloading his bunkers. And the storm comes off on the SCVs. And Mong beats 1 minute science again and ends the series with 2-1. Completely abused 1 minute science. He made it look damn easy. Even though he failed the mid build, he made it look so damn easy afterwards. Completely abuses all of 1 minute science's weak points in his base, leads him on by the tail, or however you Americans and English people call that proverb about toying with people. But he toys with 1 minute science, ends it with very, very precise control, good moves, good drops, good angles with his drops, good target selection. Mong, I'm a fan. I believe in you. I believe that you can become the best fastest map 1 vs 1 player. Soon, someday, maybe, maybe not. But I believe that you can do it. So take my words and go on, go forth, and defeat them all. Defeat them all. I believe in you. Yeah, thanks for watching. Very nice and quick series between Mong. 1 minute science comes to an end. 2-1 for Mong. Goodbye. And yeah, goodbye.